Good morning. I thought I would do a little get ready session this morning. One of the things I wanted to start with, and I'm going to try to adjust my camera because I don't have my mount that I'm wanting yet, so this is kind of a wonky setup. One of the questions that I get is, how long does everything last? I'm going to show you a couple of things. This is my bronzer. You're thinking, oh, you're out. I'm not kidding you. That will probably last me another week or two. It takes the tiniest amount. I'll show you in a moment. This is my illuminator. Same thing. I've had that since August. My blush that I started with, which I've added more colors now that I've kind of gotten into it a little bit more, but that's the blush I got that I started with initially. So all of those have lasted 6 months. So it's not like you're going to buy something and use it in a week or two. Okay, as you can see, I got the Rudolph effect. Always, that's an issue. I didn't initially start with this, but this is Aspen, and it's a contour, but it's also a great color corrector. So I'll put just a light layer of this on and it will kill all of the redness. I don't know if you guys saw my post this weekend about the girl that had the really big birthmark right there. This is the color she used to kill it. The next thing I do, my bronzer, the Bella bronzer, this is the only thing that I apply with a brush. A lot of people do all of their product with brush. I feel like, for me, it gets too much product on the brush. Maybe that's why mine's lasted longer. I don't know. But I just do kind of 3 spots with my bronzer. Hit my neck a little bit. I'm telling you, I mean, I just barely tap. Today's parent-teacher conferences, and I don't know, I just got a wild hair and thought, hey, I'll do a video this morning. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe it was a great idea. Maybe it wasn't. Okay, next thing, I'm going to do my contour. A lot of people call this the cheetah method, kind of because it looks like cheetah dots. And there's not really any rhyme or reason. Doesn't have to be perfect. Cheekbone. Cheekbone. I get my jawline. And then I usually take a little bit and just do my nose like this. And one thing I have started doing that I'll show you at the end if I have time, doing just a little bit under your lip. Looks really good. Give some dimension. Okay, here's my main highlight, which is amber. And all of the makeup's very pigmented, so it does not take very much. I mean, I am barely dipping my finger in. Oh, got some Nelly in the background. We just had some language. Sorry about that. Okay, so now I'm going to add my brightening highlight, which is June. Once again, it doesn't take much. Corners of eyes. I make a V here. Then I just kind of spread it around. Down my nose. There's a little bit of a learning curve. It took me a long minute, probably like 2 weeks, to figure out all the ins and outs of everything. I do sometimes go in with my main highlight and do just talking the tiniest amount right under my eye. And then my blush. And I'm really weird. I have a certain finger I use for each one. And when I initially started, I had to write the names down on a piece of paper so I could remember what was what, because I couldn't remember which was which. But I'm telling you, once you get it down, it's like I'm secondhand. Okay. So this is what we have. I take my details brush and I do the area around my eyes. And like I said, you can watch on Insta or Reels. I don't really do TikTok, but tons of videos on application. I blend light to dark. A lot of people do the opposite. Just kind of whatever works for you. So I'm just gonna start blending this all in. I'm gonna try to go fast. That way you guys don't have to endure all this. I don't wear a lot of eye makeup just because I do extensions. But today we have parent-teacher conferences and I'll be there till 7. So I will put some eye makeup on. I normally don't put anything here. I'll just take The one thing you'll realize is your brushes, they will hold a lot of product. And even during the day, if I have to touch up, I just use my brush. I very rarely re-dip them because they have a little bit of product on them. So I'll just do a little bit of that for when I do my eyeshadow. So I've blended most of my light. Now I'm moving to the dark. So my steps are Aspen on my nose to kill the redness. And then I do my bronzer lightly with the brush. Then contour, main highlight, brightening highlight, and blush to start with. Okay, now I'm going to go in and blend this. So basically it's one whole layer. You know, if you think back to how we used to do makeup before, you know, you've got your moisturizer, your primer, your toner. Oh my gosh, I can't even think. You've got moisturizer, primer, foundation, concealer, powder, you know, highlight, contour, which I know a lot of people have said, oh my gosh, I can't do the contour. I've never done contour in my life. Not hard at all, I promise. Okay, so I'm pretty much all blended, and I'm right by my window, so this light is super bright. The next step is I finished up using my It Cosmetics setting powder before I bought theirs, and I'm just not trying to make a sale. Their setting powder is amazing. Still using my It brush though, because I like it. I basically dip into their powder, use it on my nose, and I do not re-dip my brush. That's one of my favorite things. It doesn't look cakey. So now I'm going to go in with my illuminator, corners of my eyes, cheekbone, just a little spot between my forehead, bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow. Okay. I'll go back in and blend just a little bit. And the bronzing, this is the blush brush and this is the bronzing brush. And if you get the bronzer, it's a combo and you save a little bit of money and you get this brush. And this is my favorite brush out of all of them. Okay, so now this is my favorite part. Setting spray, I use the Seint. This is their Perfector sponge, which before I got their setting spray, I used my Urban Decay that I had up. But I do feel like now that I'm using their setting spray and their setting powder, that I'm not having to touch up during the day at all. So, but I just basically do this. It picks up any extra that you might get around here because, you know, as we mature, it's where it picks up any we have here. And I always go in at the end and I do just a touch more blush. Just for a pop of color. I'm not going to do my eye makeup on here. I'll post a picture in the comments afterwards. So, but, let's see if I can get a better angle on that. So there we go. Like I said, I'll post a picture with my eyeshadow. So hopefully that helps some of you out if you have any questions. I'm telling you, it's amazing. I love it. I appreciate you guys for hanging on with my page and watching all the stuff. So anyway, have a great day. Bye.